Welcome to BTU on the Smart Soul stand here at SMTA Guadalajara. Delighted to be joined by Bob Bouchard, who's the Director of Sales, of course, for BTU. Nice to see you, Bob.
Nice to see you as well, Trevor.
Okay, so this is becoming an increasingly busy territory for you. I'm sure Smart Soul are doing a great job for you, but I believe you've actually got some things in the works to start manufacturing down here. Can you tell us a little bit about what your plans are?
Sure. So, as an overall Amtech BTU strategy, we've historically positioned ourselves in our manufacturing in locations where the markets are growing and where our customers are.
Right.
You know, Shanghai was certainly one of those pivots that we made many years ago. And in this case, with Mexico being such a high growth market, certainly we're repositioning here to Mexico and going to be manufacturing here as well.
Right. So what are some of the benefits local manufacturers will get from having BTU ovens locally manufactured? Is it going to be shorter travel time? What are some of the benefits they're going to get?
Yeah, sure. So really, there's a handful of benefits. You know, one would be certainly lower acquisition costs for the customer, right? So we're not shipping it overseas anymore. So we don't have ocean transportation and logistics cost associated with that. Certainly we don't have tariffs to deal with from some of the overseas equipment that has to come into the U.S., for example, as well as Mexico for that matter. So yeah, the key benefit there is going to be lower acquisition cost overall. Also, the serving the customer with much faster lead times, so the equipment's going to get here quicker. We're going to be able to build ovens quicker here, get them there to the customer, but more importantly, you know, this manufacturing initiative is going to serve the Americas as a whole as well as Europe.
Right.
So we'll be able to improve not only the Americas, the customer acquisition costs there as well as lead times, but we'll also be able to make improvements in servicing our European customers as well.
Because it's going to be shorter shipping time going to Europe from here than it is from
Absolutely.
Asia. Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Right.
So is part of this also involving de-risking the supply chain, because there's so many different challenges going on in different parts of the world these days? Is that part of the strategy?
That is absolutely part of the strategy, and certainly one of the drivers for it. Certainly mitigating our risk in different parts of the world where we have less control over the geopolitical situations.
Right.
That most certainly is one of the reasons that we are pivoting here to help de-risk that kind of a situation.
Right. So let's talk about the factory itself. Where is it going to be located?
So the factory itself is going to be located in Silao, Mexico.
Silao, Mexico. And what sort of product are you going to be building there?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So we're initially going to be building our air ovens, our Pyramax air ovens.
Okay.
The reason behind that is they're simpler to learn to manufacture. And then eventually we'll build out the product line and move to our nitrogen-based ovens as well. So over the course of, a year, 18 months, we'll be looking to fill out the product line.
Right.
The first Pyramax oven model that will be released is our Pyramax 125 Air, which is a 10-zone air reflow oven. We've completed all of the steps in terms of building up our qualifying units, and we are now entering into the tail end of releasing our first 5 builds of systems, which are ready to go to customers.
Right. So it's going to be centered around the Pyramax system. So the Aurora, which is still going to get built in Asia for that market.
That's right.
When that comes out. Okay, excellent. Good. Okay. So when's the expected time for opening the factory?
Yeah. So the factory is actually open now. So we're in the tail end of completing all of our qualification testing, all of the quality checks on having to build an oven, right? And so, as I mentioned, we're in the process now of finishing up our first 5 units.
Okay.
We did a lot of 5 units. Those are finishing up. The first 2 units will be available for delivery to customers at the end of this month.
Great. Did you have any issues trying to find skilled labor?
We have not. The strategy that we chose was, we're not doing a greenfield build of a factory here. We're using a partner that's supported. Yes, that has some experience and has the labor already in place.
Right. Excellent. Well, exciting times and exciting announcement, and we look forward to hearing more about it in the months to come.
Sounds great. Thanks very much.
Introducing InnoBar, a revolutionary product from Innovax that will simplify your warehouse storage management. The InnoBar comes in 3 sizes, 20, 40, and 60 inches. The InnoBar can easily be attached to your existing warehouse rack. A pod is placed at each storage location. Each pod can be placed at 2.5-inch increments. When an item is searched for in the InnoAuto system, the beacon and pod will light up, indicating the location of the part. When adding parts, push the switch up. When removing parts, push the switch down. Innovax, innovative material handling solutions.